one, a two, a one, two, three, let's go.
So I congratulate all my people of Ghana because we should not undermine the words of the great Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And we should take his words carefully, that the independence of Ghana is meaningless without the independence of all other African countries.
Jose, Happy Independence Day, Ghana!
Feliz Día de la Independencia, Ghana!
Ghana, с праздником!
С праздником Ghana!
Hey, my people, have you not heard? Are you just hearing that Ghana won the best independence in the whole of Africa, in fact, the world? The rate at which people celebrated their independence and also reminding people what our own Dr. Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah said to Africa. I'm going to be sharing videos here for you all to watch because you guys need to see what is currently happening right now in the world. How the world are speaking about Ghana, how they are praising the motherland Ghana for the good work that they have been doing for the people. Just take a look at this video and we will be right back.
Did you know that if not for Ghana, Africa would not have had its own slot at the World Cup? In other words, the number of African countries that play at the World Cup today would have been way less if not for Ghana. Now, this is what happened. So, unlike now, where there are about 9 slots available for African countries at the World Cup, in 1964, the FIFA World Cup Organizing Committee announced the allocation of 16 slots to 16 countries. 10 of them had to come from Europe, 4 of them from South America, and then 1 from North America, remaining only 1 slot. And then this 1 slot had to be battled out among 15 countries from Africa, countries from Asia, and then Oceania. The excuse was that countries from this continent were not really matured enough to play in this tournament, and then most countries from Africa were still under colonial rule. Many people were not happy with this decision by FIFA, but then who was going to be bold enough to voice out their opinion? Now, Kwame Nkrumah, who was a strong Pan-Africanist, saw this as an insult and also discriminatory towards the African continent. So he threw his weight behind this man called Ohenejan, who was appointed as sports director in Ghana, and also the vice president at CAF, to petition against this particular FIFA rule. After a press conference in Accra to address this particular issue, a letter was issued by Ohenejan to FIFA to reconsider this particular decision. Otherwise, it was going to follow up with a boycott. Now, mind you, around this time, Ghana was one of the biggest names in African football. They had defeated people like FA Cup winners, Blackpool 5-1, and even drew against Real Madrid, who were also European champions in 1960. They had won the African Cup in 1963 and even went ahead to win it again in 1965. So they were one of the biggest contenders for this particular slot at the World Cup, but they decided to look at the bigger picture and withdraw from this particular contest. Initially, the FIFA World Cup committee thought this was just a bluff from CAF. Before they knew, around October, all 15 countries in Africa had joined the protest to boycott the FIFA World Cup. So the 1966 World Cup was played in England without Africa. Now, this boycott, initiated by Kwame Nkrumah and Ohenejan, really frustrated the FIFA committee board because you couldn't call this a World Cup if some continents in the world were not participating. The next World Cup in 1970, FIFA granted Africa their own automatic slot in the World Cup, gradually expanding to the number that we have today.
So I congratulate all my people of Ghana because their Independence Day was yesterday, I think, right?
Yeah.
But we should not undermine the words of the great Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And we should take his words carefully, that the independence of Ghana is meaningless without the independence of all other African countries. So we should care for all other African countries. And I also congratulate Ghana, by the way. I hope Dr. President John Mahama will take his legacy forward. Of Kwame Nkrumah, of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. King.
You're welcome.
Jose, Happy Independence Day, Ghana!
Feliz Día de la Independencia, Ghana!
Ghana, с праздником!
С праздником Ghana!
С праздником, Ghana!
Поздравляю, Ghana!
Ghana! Aquava! Etisei!
Happy Ghana Independence Day. It's so crazy because I completely forgot that it was Ghana Independence Day today, and it wasn't until I was just scrolling through socials and I saw creators that I follow talking about it, and I was like, oh my god, look down in bed and I'm wearing my Ghana t-shirt. Like, it's the alignment for me. Because when I'm around the house, I'll wear like merch or shirts that I brought from countries that I've been to. Or people might have gifted me shirts when they've gone traveling and stuff like that. Or I'll just wear old t-shirts around the house. So the fact that I randomly pulled this shirt out today and it's Ghana Independence Day today, I'm like, the alignment, I gotta make this video. So I wanted to talk about the genre Highlife and why I love it so much. To me, it's a genre that transcends time. Whenever I listen to it, I always think, wow, like, this genre is so beautiful, and I feel like it's a genre that could exist in any time period. It sounds like it could be from the distant future, but also the distant past and the present, and I'm just like, that's so cool, because I feel like not every genre feels like that. Like, certain genres, they feel like, yeah, this sounds like the present day. And there's certain genres, like, for example, in the 2010s, there's music that existed in that time frame that definitely sounds like it's for that time frame and that time frame only, and you don't really listen to it much these days. But with Highlife, it doesn't feel like that at all. I'm half Ghanaian, but I grew up closer to my Caribbean side, so I wasn't really exposed that much to Ghanaian culture growing up, and I'd always use music as a way to try and connect with the culture more and just try and feel more Ghanaian. And I would like listen to mixes on YouTube and things like that, and it was a great way to feel more connected to the culture. I love the harmonies in Highlife as well. Like, I think they're so beautiful. If I was an artist and I was making music, I would definitely take inspiration from that genre. I don't know, like, people might say, oh, you shouldn't really seek mainstream validation and things like that, but I feel like Highlife deserves its time. It deserves its time to be appreciated by the masses on a more mainstream and like global level, in the same way that like Afrobeat and Amapiano have gotten their flowers and have gotten their love by mainstream audiences. I'm waiting for the day when that happens to Highlife. But if you're a Highlife fan, drop your favorite Highlife songs in the comments, and if you haven't heard of Highlife, get to know.
Ghanaians have the first and the best Independence Day. Almost all of Africa celebrates it. Like, it's not cap. We are the best Ghanaians. We are the main characters of Africa. Like, it's okay to accept the truth. Like, we got the best food. We do arguably the best in sports. Like, music. Okay, Nigerians have kind of taken over there, but, you know, we started Afrobeats or made it global. We're still realistically like second, maybe third for music. So, like, you know what I'm saying? We're just top in every category.
You know how I knew that Ghana is easily the best country in West Africa, yeah, was when I was seeing edits here of Ghana Independence Day, yeah, 2 months ago, bro. Around January. Bear in mind, yeah, that Ghana Independence Day is in March in a few days. I was seeing edits here. I've never...
And that's on period, no cap. You cannot compare. Ghanaians, I reserve all the whole respect for you guys. I give it up. I stone on a respect. I stone you respect, guys. You guys deserve it because you guys have been making Africa proud. Just keep it up. Guys, like this video and share.